I welcome you all to the fourth video in the series, building your own Notepad application using the Qt C++ framework. And in this video, we are going to be adding two features to the Notepad application. One of them is the save feature and also an icon for our Notepad application. So let's get to work. I'm going to open up the Notepad GUI, and over here I'm going to add an action for save. So let's type here save. Alright, so let me just move this up here. Alright, that's good. Let's go to the notepad.cpp. I'm going to add a connect here. So UI action, that should be action save, right? Yeah, action save. And Q action triggered. When this is triggered, we should handle it perfectly. So this should be save. All right. You save. Oh nope, I didn't get that well. So this should be action. What's the name again? Let me. Okay, yeah, action save. All right. So let's go to the notepad.h and add function for the save. So let me just put it up here. So this should be void save. This should be void save. So we're going to write the body of that code right now. So let me just start from here. It should be void notepad save. All right, so let's create the body for it, and I'm going to come over here and create a space there. Right, so now whenever you want to save a file on your notepad, that means it's a file that you've already opened. What if you have not already opened the file? So how do we know that? We need to set a variable to keep track of files opened on our notepad. So let's create qstring variable here. Let's name it current file, right? Yeah. So let's head back to notepad.cpp, and we're going to make some changes to the previous functions we've written in the previous videos. So let's down to open file. Now whenever you open a file, we need to also set that variable current file. Current file equals to what? File name. Now this will keep track of any file we open on our notepad, so that whenever we want to save, the program can be able to detect if it's a file we've opened already that we want to save, or a file, or we don't have any file opened already, in case of an untitled file or an unknown file which you just opened. So for we to do that, we need to create the string here, qstring file name, as before, just like we have it here in the save as function. So now we want to say if current file dot is empty. That means if this is not a file which we've created before, which we want to save, if it is empty, let's receive a file. Let inform the user to select a file which the user wants to save. So for that, we are going to say file name is equals to, let me use an underscore here. All right, so file name is equals to q file dialog. Let me just copy and paste here. Let's copy this, Ctrl C. That should save me a whole lot of typing. Alright, so I'm going to make modification to the title here, so this should be saved. Alright, that's good. Okay, so if the current file is empty, like I explained before, if there is no file opened on our notepad, let's get the file and save the contents of what we have on our notepad to that file. But if the file is already opened, in this case here, open file, which we have the current file set to the open file, that means we want to make modification to this file that is already opened. That's why we are making this check here. All right. So so if this file name is equals to q file and this, now let's check if let's say if file name dot is empty, just like the check we have before. File name dot is empty. That means if the user did not select any file, we'll just return. This is similar to what we have in this in line 44 here. All right. So if this is empty, so we should just return. Right now we can set the current file to file name. Right, so we are good. So what if the current file is not empty? That means we have file opened already. We have a file open already. That's why we have this current file set to the file which we've already opened, right? So we just go ahead to say else we'll set file name. Why do I always forget this underscore? Is equals to current file. Okay, is equals to what? Current file. Now we are done with this. So again, to save me a whole lot of typing, I'm just going to copy this one which I've written before. I'm going to copy this, Ctrl C, and I'm going to paste it here, Ctrl V. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. So since we have the file name set to current file, if we already have a file opened already, now q5 file will point to this file name. If not file.open, right, only, okay, warning, file refused to save, right, okay, and q text string write to file, and the file q string users test is equals to let's say UI edit to plain text, which this will just get what get the content of what we have on the notepad, and assign that as a value to this q string users test, and then we'll write the content to the file which we opened, then we'll close the file. All right, so let's compile that and see. All right, so the program is done compiling. So let's test our save function to see if it's working properly. Right now, we are going to write something. Let's say I am John, right? So let's try to save it. You see that I will be given a dialog to select the name of the file which I want to save. Okay, I've been given a dialog just like I said. So I'm going to click on Notepad file to save it here. So let's say info as usual, save. Right, so we have it saved now as what? John, right? Remember when we have no file opened, we're given a dialog to select the name of the file to save, right? Okay, let me close this window and let's run the code again. Right, so now I want to open the already existing file now, and I'm going to make modification to the file so that we see if we click the save button, so that we will see if we'll be given a dialog. Select the file. So we have here I am John, right? So let's say I am Red Hound. All right, so I'm going to click on save. See, we're not given a dialog to select the file which we want to save. Why? Because we already have the file opened. We already have the file opened, and the current file here set to the file which we have opened already, right? So that is why we have the current file set here. Now the first time I typed I am John on my notepad, the current file was empty because there was no file opened. Now when I opened the file which I saved previously, I am John, which contains the content I am John, you see that the file name was set to the current file. So there was no need for us to be there was no need for the notepad to give us the file dialog to select the file to save. All right, so I'm going to make this modification and click on save. Let's try to open the file again to see if those modifications were saved. Sorry, I'm coming. I don't have to open click on open and move over to Q notepad files, and I'm going to click on info and open. You see I am Red Hound, which we added, was also saved when we clicked on the save function. All right, so that's how to implement the save feature for the notepad application. Now one more thing, we are going to give our notepad an icon. So for that, we're going to add a resource for an image. So I have an image downloaded from the internet, it's just like an icon for the notepad. So I'm going to come over to notepad. Sorry, I'm going to right click here, and we're going to add new. And what I'm going to add here is the Qt resource file, because I need my program is going to be, the notepad is going to be making use of some resources, just like an image, like the icon we are going to give the notepad right now. So I'm going to say, let's give this, let's say notepad icon, right? Notepad icon. So I'm going to click on next. Next, we finish, right? Okay, so we're going to add prefix here. So we're going to add a prefix. So I'm going to say, let's say notepad image. Then I'm going to add files to that. So I already have the image downloaded, sorry, the icon. So this is it. You can see it here, .png image. So I'm going to open it. Okay, notepad.png. Now I'm going to go over to the main.cpp where we can add the icon. So over here, I'm going to hash include Q icon, and I'm going to come down here and create object for that Q icon. All right, so our resource, whenever you want to add a resource to your Qt application, what you have to do is to start it first with a colon, then a colon here, then with the notepad, have the notepad image, then notepad, right? Notepad.png. Let's see if that's right. So let's click on notepad.pro. Okay, no, should be it. Let's see. Resources notepad icon coming. All right, so I believe I got this right. Okay, notepad underscore image notepad.png. All right, so let's compile. All right, so the program is done compiling, but our icon did not even, like, the program did not display our icon. So what are we going to do now? I think I made a mistake here in the path. Let's see. All right, so this, okay, it should be image, yeah, notepad underscore image slash notepad.png. Right, so and one more thing, we forgot to set the icon. So I'm going to set the window icon here, and icon. All right, so I think we are all good. So I'm going to compile this again. So let's run it. We are all good. Let's see. All right, so the program has finished compiling. So you can see that our icon is now being displayed here. You can see it here, and also you can see it open here. All right, so that's how to add an icon to your Notepad application or to any application you build using the Qt C++ framework. All right, so if you know you are just joining my channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you don't get to miss any of my videos. And once again, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.